Hello, me handsomes, and we are back with another Memories. We're in London and we're for one of the biggest trips of our lives because everything changed after this trip. So we start at Honey St James where we got some bread. I moved on to my starter, which was a really fantastic terrine with pickle, some really nice lettuce that was fantastically dressed, a really nice hearty but cold starter. Really enjoyed this one. Then we moved on to our main, which was pork belly, lentil stew, some vegetables, bit of chorizo there as well. Again, really nice, flawlessly done. The pork just melted, delicious. And the final start, the dessert, I should say, was a classic chocolate brownie with a chantilly of cream. Really nice. Very different place that we've eaten. We wouldn't say it's our best place we've eaten, but it was a pretty good meal. Then, of course, we had a little walk around London and we came across Kingsman. Whether you can see it very well from the photo, I don't know. But the film, I'm a fan of the films. This is the shop that it's supposedly based on, the Kingsman shop, which is just a very nice clothes shop, basically. But who knows? There is just down the road from it the Dutch Secret Service clothes shop as well, which was interesting. So we're like, what's going on with there? And of course, while we're in London, we had to see some of the sights and sounds. So we did go to the Imperial War Museum, something that I was excited to do as a big history buff, had never really been to it. So it was really good to go around it and explore it. And, you know, it's a really nice building as well. But fantastic when you get inside with the hanging planes and vehicles. And had a really interesting Holocaust exhibition on as well. I was going to say an exciting exhibition. It's never exciting when it's the Holocaust, is it? But it was a really informative, interesting one. So really nice experience to do that. And it's just quite nice to be away, out of the way of some of the London hustle and bustle, but you're still within London. So it was a nice thing to do, and it's something we wanted to do for a while. While we were there, we did a few other things, which you'll see a bit later on as well. But we went for further food, and this was a meal that terrified me. This is a parsnip soup I had at the top of the Shard in one of the restaurants. Now, if you know me, I hate heights. You might just be able to see at the top of the photo the drop that we had. It was a fantastic experience, don't get me wrong. It was just I'm not a massive fan of heights. And this is what my wife Melissa had. She had some waffles, which came in like a breakfast style as well, which was massive. Bear in mind, this was a starter as well. We did have a main and a dessert to come as well, but this was, of course, a breakfast time or more of a brunch. So our main, I should say, was a breakfast, which was really nice, really delicious, really enjoyable as well. And of course, I had to go for poached eggs this time, and I went for a really nice, refreshing pineapple and passion fruit dessert, which was kind of a posh ice cream, if you like, a bit more of a sorbet type. Or semi-fraded, but a posh ice cream if you like. And then after that, we did something that I've been wanting to do for years. We took a tour of Lords, the cricket ground. If you know me, I am a cricket fan, and I have played cricket, especially the international cricket. So it's really nice to be able to go, because in Devon, we don't really have a massive cricket circuit in regards to professional cricket. Our closest team is Somerset, which just sounds a bit weird when you say I support Somerset and I'm from Devon, but it was strange. But yeah, the famous hall, and I got to actually walk out into the hall pretending to be a captain. They had the original Ashes urn there as well in one of the previous pictures, which was really cool to see. And of course the boards, which have the famous names of who scores centuries, high run scores, high wicket taking. So it was a really cool experience just to kind of go wander around there, sit in some specific seats. And as we learned, individual players have their individual seats they prefer to sit in. I believe this was Joe Root's seat at the time. And of course, we got to go out on the balcony, the famous balcony that you see the players standing on, and see the pitch. The pitch was under a bit of renovation at the time. We weren't allowed to go on it. Sometimes they let you just kind of go very briefly onto the grass as you walk on, but not any further than that. They're obviously very strict on it. But yeah, that was a really fun, really cool experience, and the guide we had was really good. I tend to find with places like this, the guide is really good. Now, you might not be able to see this very well, but this is a picture of Shane Warne, who was my favourite cricketer, one of my personal heroes. This was long after he passed away, sadly, so it was quite nice just to see that little photo there. But yeah, like you say, we got to go in the stands. It did unfortunately start raining at that point. But yeah, like I say, the guides on these things are really good. We tend to find whenever we do these sports, stadiums, tours, the guides are really good. But it was time for dinner, and we went to one of my favourite places in London to go, the German Gymnasium, where I had currywurst with chips, a Stein, and Sachertorte, which is one of my favourite desserts, which if you don't know, it's like a chocolate cake with apricot jam in the middle. Comes with cream. It is so rich but light at the same time. When I say rich, you expect it to be heavy. Light, fluffy, so delicious, making my mouth water think about it. I want another bite now. It's so good. Then the following day we decided to go to the Natural History Museum. It's a free place to go, so we thought, why not? We've not really been. Saw some really cool dinosaur skeletons, some of it recreations, not recreation, some of it recreations, some of it the originals, but it was still really cool to do, to see and have a wander around. It's massive. You can literally spend a whole day there as well if you've never been before, but we kind of only did a morning there. But yeah, really good, really interesting. Again, big history fan, so I enjoy this kind of stuff. We did go there and they had Dippy, which is the Diplosaurus, which was on tour. That was really cool to see. It kind of gets played with some dramatic music and interviews of people of what they think, but it's just really cool to be there and see that, and you can just walk directly under it. You can't obviously touch it, but obviously the neck and the tail span so far you can walk under it. It's very impressive and very cool to see, especially with the dramatic music. They've done a really good job with kind of highlighting it all there. And of course, if you know, London's Natural History Museum is famous for the giant whale, which you can actually do sleepovers there, and you can sleep under the whale. I think they do like 1 or 2 nights a year. It's quite expensive to do, but you like get sleeping bags and you can just sleep in that room basically, which is really cool, I think. Bit different, but really cool. And a mammoth as well. We did see a mammoth, which was quite cool as well. But yeah, really good. There's loads of free places to go in London. We went to obviously the Science Museum, if you saw a video earlier last year, and the V&A, which we want to do next time. And of course, just before we went to the theatre, we had to go to Big Easy, where I had some really nice brisket, chips, the lot basically. Now, why is this called the trip that changed our lives? Because we went to the theatre, we got back for the theatre, and we found out we were pregnant, and we were due to have our one and only child, Lillian, and there she is after she was born, when she was quiet. But like I say, it was the trip that changed our lives, and I'll never forget this trip. But yeah, thanks for watching, coming along this journey with me, and hopefully we'll have many more memories to make together. So tough watching, take care, see you later.